farmers are, magnets for technology, and I mean, we see that in production systems now with satellite technology and drones and that. So, any added technology, farmers are very, very interested in technology and using it for making better management decisions. And anything that can speed up the decision-making process is a benefit.
The Canola School on RealAgriculture.com is brought to you by Alberta Canola Producers Commission, Sask Canola, and Manitoba Canola Growers.
This is a SPAD meter. It's a device that's used for measuring the chlorophyll content of crops, of the leaves. And it works somewhat along the same line as the Green Seeker device. Green Seeker is basically, it looks at transmitting light, and then the light that's reflected back to the device gives an indication of greenness. Now that greenness is related to chlorophyll. So the higher the chlorophyll level in the leaf, the higher the nitrogen content, because there's a real relationship between nitrogen and chlorophyll. So the difference with the SPAD meter is basically, you'll notice that it clamps down on the leaf, and so then what it does basically, rather than looking at reflected light, actually what the SPAD meter does is it transmits light through the leaf, and so the amount of light that goes through the leaf is related to the chlorophyll content, and so you get a reading as to the greenness content. So it's just a number. The readings off of here can be correlated if you have tissue tests to the actual percent of nitrogen that's in the leaf. So basically it's used for measuring, just like the Green Seeker, the relative greenness of the crop, and does it require any top dressing of nitrogen afterwards. Yeah. When we were looking at some of these plots, we actually took measurements. They recommend that you take about 10 measurements, and the cool thing about this device is it'll actually even just do an average for you. So when you take your 10, you can press the average and it'll give you the average reading for the 10 different samples. So it does the work for you. Like any instrumentation, it's pricey. These run, $1,000 to $2,000 for an instrument like this. So does it pay for an individual producer? It's hard to say. It is useful technology. Would a tissue test tell you the same thing? Yes, it would. You could take the samples of the leaves, send them off for analysis, and get a response that way. Of course, the deal with an instrument like this gives me an immediate idea of where the crop is. So whereas a tissue testing, soil testing, there's always that lag time between when you collected the sample and when you get the results back. So if you were looking at using it for immediate sort of ideas of whether or not you need to top dress a crop for rescue treatment of whether it's nitrogen deficient, yeah, it would give you that would give you a quick turnaround. Yeah.